Hi Gemma, I've just recorded our little chat. First of all, it's always nice to connect with our swim professionals and find out how you're doing and extra support, but also just to talk about Aqua Sensory as well. So we've been having a little chat about the benefits and how you've adapted in your program, because I think that's the really great thing about Aqua Sensory. Everybody uses it in a really individual way, and takes and cherry picks part of the program that works for them. So how are you using Aqua Sensory and how are you finding the program?
Absolutely. The program I find is very, very fun. It's not something that I've ever done before with regards to the stimulation aspects of swimming, and just finding that the water can be the most stimulating aspect sometimes. I do find that, as you say, I like to cherry pick. We find that the middle arches really work. So we'll cherry pick what we like, what we don't like, and it's just something new and fresh to bring to baby classes, any classes as well. It teaches the same principles of swimming, but also just to learn to love the water and just be happy and create more improved coordination and motor skills through fun, which is how we know children learn best. So I credit Aqua Sensory for reminding us and me as a teacher that we learn through fun, humans, all of us, adults and children.
Yeah, definitely, because obviously you're in South Africa, which has just a different foundation level and focus really on swimming. But that's a nice thing, that it is so transferable to international programs. Really, it's almost adding in that second layer. So in your swim school and from your experiences, how does that sort of like transfer?
Well, as I say, the traditional swimming lesson here is jump in, swim, jump out, and just do that until you get there, until you can do it by yourself. But here the children are learning through play, and the different stimulus, the different toys, different colors. And we find that the process of learning to swim independently goes a lot quicker with the Aqua Sensory.
Oh, nice.
With the Aqua Sensory principles and the dynamics of it. And also just as teachers, it allows us to be a little bit more patient with ourselves and with our children. Remind us that at the end of the day, swimming is very important, but as long as children are happy in the water, they will learn to swim. So just having patience with ourselves and with our students and parents as well.
Yeah, no, I take on board that and hear that. And I think having that philosophy of starting with ourselves is really important, because as swim teachers, we have a lot of focus, don't we, on the child, sometimes a little bit of focus on the parent, but actually sometimes it misses us out. So to have almost that pyramid of learning and turning the lens on ourselves and really thinking about our own sensory preferences, profile, how we teach, and celebrating that, really, because I think that's the uniqueness of Aqua Sensory, that we've all got something to add to the water, and we're not trying to almost carbon copy and say you have to teach in this way, but creating almost like a library of resources so you can go, yeah, that works for me, I want to deep dive into that. And with our Aqua Sensory professionals, I mean, you're in the group all the time, Gemma, and I love listening to what you've got to say and asking questions. How does that sort of work for you and your swim school, having that extra resource and ongoing mentoring and support, really?
Oh my word, it works absolute wonders. We have nothing like that in my country that I know of anyway. And it is really, really something special. Just feeling the support from other teachers, from you especially as the founder, it really just makes me as a professional, it makes me feel very special. It gives me more confidence to know, okay, everyone else is doing this, we're all in this together. And just to have that Aqua Sensory professionals group to, as you say, cherry pick the resources, new ideas, activities. I really, really love when people ask questions, because for one question, there can be 100 different answers, and it's incredible to see from all over the world in a global perspective, different people's perspectives on how to, for example, face a problem or fix a challenge that we've been maybe struggling with. And just having the ongoing support is really magical. And as a teacher, it just really helps to build your confidence, helps with lesson plans, with all the ideas. I know myself, I'm not a very creative person. So to have that resource for me is a godsend.
Yeah. Well, actually, Jemma, I think you are a really creative person, but today what we're going to do together is have that one-to-one and really deep dive into your program and just see if there's anything else, you know, that you need, because you've been working really hard behind the scenes, and, you know, I really want to sort of celebrate your swim school as well. Let's give it a little bit of a shout out so we can all sort of follow you.
Well, I work at a swim school in Hout Bay, Cape Town, South Africa. It's called Hout Bay Swimming Academy, and we teach children from all ages, from 3 months up to adults, so unlimited, I guess. And we teach with Aqua Sensory principles in every single one of our lessons. Not only me, but it's the gift that I have been able to give the other coaches who have seen me teach and just love the ideas that I get from Aqua Sensory. So us as a collective swim school, we're very lucky, and we're just learning so much, and we're very, very grateful. And yeah, we're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, working with NGOs to get every single child swimming and making them safe in the water. That is our number one priority. And as babies, we really, really focus on loving the water. Our motto at Hout Bay Swimming Academy is actually, we teach with love.
Nice.
So we try to expand everywhere we go. It's just loving, patience, and just having a complete respect for the water, which is something that Aqua Sensory has helped us with the most.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Well, thank you for today, and we will keep online because we'll have a real deep dive and really overlay and just see how I can really use any extra resources and help you with your programming, because that's what I love to do.